Morning Facebook, how are we? So I'm having a little play around with my new Osmo mobile device that has got me on track. So it should follow me around the room. How cool's that? Please excuse the really messy office. I've been trying to figure out a new printer and the Osmosis, like technology boxes everywhere. So this morning's video, I just wanted to have share a little thing that happened to me yesterday with you guys and tell you kind of what it tells me about people running businesses and some of the really important things and I guess the lessons that I took out of it. So yesterday I had a really good day. I started out with some meetings in the morning, which I'll tell you about in a second. I put tender out yesterday, so I finished the offer pack yesterday. I didn't do any viewings yesterday. What else did I do? I had some calls. I did all sorts of fun stuff yesterday. And actually, I managed to finish at a reasonable hour. Went home probably about 5 o'clock. And then had a really lovely evening at home. Walked the dog and all these sorts of things, which was really good fun. But the beginning of my day started as a little bit rubbish because I had a meeting booked in, and the meeting was booked in for 9 o'clock. Now, it's very rare that I book in a 9 o'clock meeting. I'm not really a morning person, to be honest. I'm much better when I get kind of into the afternoon and into my day, and I start kind of switching to be honest, when my coffee kicks in, that's when I'm better. So kind of this time of day. And I had this call booked at 9 o'clock with a guy that we are interviewing to join the team. And it was a video call that we'd booked. Now, when I say join the team, we're not going to be employing him. He's going to be working as a contractor for us on a very particular project. But we're considering 3 people for it. It's a really big project, and we're about to spend quite a big amount of money on it. And he knows that because we've already done our first initial kind of conversation, and it was him and his business partner that were actually coming on the call yesterday. So we booked it for 9 o'clock. Now, I'm not always on time. That's not true at all. I wish I was, but I'm not. I try to be as prompt as I can in life and in business, because I think that time is an important commodity, and it gets on my nerves when I have to waste my time. There are certain people in my life that I know are going to be late, and I always kind of factor faffage time in. I'm sure you guys have those too. But when you're doing an interview or you've got a client meeting or something like that, actually. Generally I'm on time, and generally we work pretty tight to time. Now this particular guy, it got to 9 o'clock and I was sat at my desk, I was logged on, I was on Zoom, the call was ready to go, he'd had his links and all that sort of stuff. Didn't come on. 9:05, still nothing. 9:10, still nothing. 20 past, half past, and at 20 to 10 I got a message from him saying, really sorry, I've been running late. And that was after I'd emailed him saying, are you coming online? Can we rearrange for 11 o'clock? So I was like, well, yeah, all right, fine. Because what's really frustrating about this is that I think he's the best person for the job. I think that he, from a skill set perspective and what he can take us to in terms of what we're trying to achieve with the project, I actually think he might be the best person for the job because of his experience and what he's done before. Now, I don't know if that's given him a degree of complacency. I'm not sure. But I've always not told him that that's how I feel. I'm not sure if that gives him a degree of complacency or not. But so he rearranged for 11 o'clock. I was like, okay, fine, no problem. It happens. It does happen sometimes. So there I am, 11 o'clock. Logged on Zoom, 11:05, still nothing. 11:10, still nothing. At 11 minutes past 11, I got an email from his business partner saying, really sorry, he's stuck in traffic, he's on his way, can we log on in 30 minutes? So that would have been 20 to 12 at this point. Now, bearing in mind, I'd already killed 40 minutes in the morning. I did some bits around the office, but, it wasn't the time that I'd expected to spend, and I didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve in that time, which is really frustrating for me, because time is precious, and actually I want to make sure that those things get done. Otherwise, projects drift and nothing ever gets done. So obviously I said to him, well, no, actually, I can't wait another 30 minutes for you. I feel like I've wasted my whole morning already. Maybe you can give me a call when you can actually make some time for me. So my message in this video really is the frustration that has given me yesterday, because actually I'm now a day behind where I wanted to be on this particular project, because I'd set aside today and not tomorrow, because I'm going to see Taylor Swift tomorrow. I'd set aside today to follow up and send out all the information that he wanted and really think about what we're trying to achieve and set some targets, things like that. And I can't do that now because we've not done the initial call. So that now moves that project into next week, that first bit of that project into next week, which is really annoying. So the message here is when you're speaking to your investors, when you're speaking to your agents, when you're speaking to your landlords, when you are promising to do something, in fact, any client, it doesn't matter what business you're in, any client at all, if you say you're going to do something, do it. Be as good as your word. Because if you're not, actually, that lays the foundations for someone's opinion of you straight away. And, you know, yes, we're all late. Yes, sometimes we run late. Yes, sometimes things happen, etc., etc. But just communicate is all I'd say. You know, if he was running late, all he had to do was send me a text like 15 minutes before and say, I'm running late, can we move it? And I'd have been totally fine with that. Leaving me 40 minutes after the appointment's due to start to tell me you're running late, that's not any good in my brain. So the thing about this is I have this with agents and so on. Actually, one of the things that I do really well is when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. If I say I'm going to send an offer out, I send it. If I say I'm going to send it on Monday, I send it. If the deadline is here, I will always make sure it's in on the deadline. If I say I'm going to call them back and follow up, or if I'm going to send a proposal out to a landlord or whatever it is, do it. Because if you don't, actually, one, you're leaving money on the table because that relationship will, you know, you'll never follow them up. If you're not following up when you're supposed to, you'll probably forget. And two, actually, it pisses people off. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. The importance of making sure you do what you say you're going to do in this business is absolutely paramount to your success. So I'm going to go now and try and tidy up my office because I've just got boxes and paperwork and wires and all sorts of things everywhere. And I hope you have an amazing day, and I will speak to you guys soon. See you, bye.